Alright, on to the second video. Something I definitely want to talk about. That's Rockstar Games. Basically, they dropped an announcement, if you've already heard like 2 days ago and such, it's still a big conversation, that they shelved Grand Theft Auto 4 remaster, or remake, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's a remaster. And Red Dead, the first game, remaster. Those two have been shelved. And they used a sorry excuse of why. They say they shelved it because of, you guessed it, Grand Theft Auto remasters. The three they put out, the trilogy. And to me, this was actually big news if you paid attention for like the past 2-3 years. They said they had some remasters coming up. So shelving the things out would actually make them liars. So basically, they said it's poor performance, as in sales. No, it's more than that. You try to make it like a blame game, and like it's because of us. It's because of y'all. You really didn't take the time to really remaster this game, or the three. It's a little decent, but at the same time, there's so many goofs and blinks, and you rushed it. It's a lot of issues that needed a day one patch and later on, because like I had the issue where it's just raining and you couldn't see anything past the rain. Yeah, y'all goofed up. How is it that there are modders who do better chance at updating stuff than your development team? How? Modders are remastering that, making it look much better. Y'all need to hire some of these modders, okay? If Bethesda can hire up some of this Fallout London team and put it on their team, well, not Fallout, but Bethesda, but Mass Effect people, they bring them over for that. You really need to hire some of them, okay? Because they're making some of these games look way good by modding. And here you're having a terrible time of giving us a remaster that's proper. You're giving a poor performance of making these games. You're rushing things and just pushing it out. It's your fault. And if you look at their track list with PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, around that era, as well with Xbox 360, whatever, they were pumping out games like it was no tomorrow, brand new stuff, and it was great. You didn't have all these problems, and it's just cranking stuff out. But since Grand Theft Auto 5, things have been dry. They've been porting, or should I say claiming remastering to all these new generations and other stuff, and that's all they've been sitting their butts on. Yes, we did get Red Dead Redemption 2, but at the same time, what else are you doing? What else? I mean, what are y'all doing over there? All y'all care about is Grand Theft Auto Online. Yes, I've seen the improvements, since you first turned it on and where it's went, but at the same time, you're not really doing nothing else. I mean, people are crying about more content and something more for Red Dead Redemption 2, and you're not doing it. You just care about microtransactions. You only care about making money off of Grand Theft Auto Online and finding out what else you can put Grand Theft Auto 5 on. Not only did you make the trilogy remasters poor, but you hyped up so much about next gen Grand Theft Auto 5 with PlayStation 5 and Xbox X Series, and all you did was give us a port of the PC. You didn't even attempt to try to do more with it. It's a port. You dropped the ball. You're doing poor performances on your side, and you're canceling stuff we wanted. Yeah, Bully 2? We want Bully 2? What the hell made you think you want to shelve that for? You're giving us stuff we're not asking for. Constant Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, it's been 9 years, By the time we get anything, it'll be 10 years to 11. And here you used to crank out games for PlayStation 2 and 3 like it was no tomorrow. So that makes no sense on the cycles and what. Back when you did the remaster for PS3 to PS4, that was pretty good. You know, I like that. But at the same time, you did better for the PC port, and then you try next gen it by just giving us the PC. That's lazy. Your modders are doing a much better job than you, and you, like I said, canceled so much. We wanted Warriors 2. You never delivered or attempted to make that. We had Agent. Oh, we look forward to Agent. Where's that at? Shelved it. Actually, you canceled that. Been canceled. It's not really a shell if you cancel it. You had Horror to Orient. We can understand why you got rid of that, but at the same time, you didn't have to shelve it. You could have changed the title, made a better theme, and just did more to change things out. I mean, it was already in development. That's poor judgment on your part. You know, I understand about changing the name and getting away from racial topics and all that, but I mean, you could have did different, okay? I mean, we've seen what you did with Grand Theft Auto, so that's the disappointment. L.A. Noir 2, another game we wanted. Where's that at? Shelved it. It's you. You're doing it now. You want to give us this Grand Theft Auto 5 and online. We don't care about online no more. Forget online. I have my decency with when it was on PS3 and it's on PS4, and I do not care for it on PS5. Stop milking a dried out cow and stop beating the dead horse. It's just bones now. Here you had Red Dead Redemption 2, and you haven't given us a undead game version of it like you did with the first one. What are y'all doing over there? You're giving out press conferences every year over the phone, and then you're not meeting up with what you're saying. I'm thrilled you finally put everything towards Grand Theft Auto 6, but at the same time, your development time sucks. You're not doing a proper job of stuff. Here, I was excited because what I originally wanted before I heard about Trilogy Remaster was the cities, the stories. You know, you had Liberty City stories, you had Part 3 stories. And I thought you were going to add another to it with was the San Andreas stories. That's something that would have looked good at what you gave us with the trilogy. That's what it should have been towards that. You should have way more with this trilogy remasters than what you did. You let us down with the trilogy. How's it modders are doing a much better job than your developers? Yeah. And I mean, like, the stuff you cranked out from the past, you had what? Manhunt? That was pretty awesome. I mentioned Warriors already. Max Payne, you could give us part 4, or you could do something. I mean, like, come on, man. It can't be that hard to remaster, you know, compared to everybody else who's doing remasters. And it's just you're putting out a job performance of doing what you're supposed to. It shouldn't have that many bugs to begin with. If you had a better run at putting San Andreas 3 as a better remaster than the PS2, how did you drop the ball with the trilogy remasters? And then you take it out on us by shelving Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 remasters? That's just sorry on your part. You know, there's going to be some people who don't agree with me. This is my sole opinion. I want to speak for myself and myself only. I mean, like, Rockstar was such a huge thing for me with PS2 and PS3, and like I spoke so highly of it. How is it we could have a lineup of games you put out for that, and all that's lined up now is just Grand Theft Auto 5? Aren't you tired of milking that? Are you sitting there waiting for a new system to come out so you can put it on there? What are you doing over there? And we gotta wait like some more years for a new game. That's like, well, what are y'all doing? I mean, it makes no sense. The trilogy remasters should have not came out the way it should have when you had all this time to do stuff. You know, all y'all care about is Grand Theft Auto Online. You just want fill up your pockets by beating a dead horse and stuff. I mean, come on, we don't care about online no more. We had our fun for it. time to move on. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just had to speak on about that because we're not going to sit here and take the blame for something that you should take the blame for. And you definitely need to put out Grand Theft Auto 4 Remaster and Red Dead Redemption 1, but you need to do it much better. I mean, even if you do it like how The Last of Us is doing the remaster, I'd be happy. But you need to do something better than what you did with the trilogy. You dropped the ball. And I really wanted the story games to come out. You know, that was on the PSP. That's something I was really hoping to get the remaster polish, you know, and then San Andreas stories. But it looks like we're not going to get nothing next till Grand Theft Auto 6, and that's going to go for 20 years onto whatever X console they put it on. Oh, man. I'm done with that, you know. Let me know how you feel about this subject, but that's just how I feel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave some likes, some comments. Definitely hit that bell to subscribe, and always enjoy.